Hey y'all, Village Homestead here. Just making a jig so that I can put some, actually I got about 330 frames I have to build for the beehives. Just going to bring you along, show you how I'm making the jig. Basically it's just down and dirty, something that I hope that it will work. I've already got some wood cut. I cut it. Sure, I got you all in the picture here. So basically what I did is I cut it a 1/16 inch smaller. Then we go into a Langstroth frame. And then what I did is I took 10 of them. I'll do them in a block of 10. Laid them out here on the table. Measured the length. I'm going to make it 15 inches. And why I'm doing 15 inches? 15 inches is a little bit more than I need. Actually, I should probably make it a little shorter than that because this is what I got. Basically, I'm going to have springs on the outside. And that'll hook to here. And that spring's going to hook down there on that end. And that's going to keep the boxes, or keep the box tight together, because there's going to be a box inside. And then there's going to be two boards, one on each end with the springs in the center. And that will hold all the frame assemblies together while I'm gluing up and stapling the frames together. So I think what I'm going to do, the spring goes out to a maximum of 15 inches, 15.5 inches, sorry. Ranges between 13.5 and 15, or 13 to 15.5. So I just made this one a little bit longer than I should have. And I'm going to go ahead and cut another 1.5 inches off of it. And I'll make this one 1.5 inches smaller as well. That way there, when I put these together this way, I'll have 15 inches from one side to the other. Should keep it nice and tight and snug when I put the box over it. You'll see what I'm talking about in a few minutes. So I originally marked it for 15.5, or 15. So I'm going to mark this now. $13.5, and that will give me 1.5 inches, because these boards are 3/4 of an inch thick. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. It's only a jig. It's to help assemble the frames. I'm going to make this 13.5. Make sure I cut the right one down here. And I'm going to make this one 13.5 too. right, so I got these things called a Miller step dowel. I think I'm going to use that. Should be very quick and easy to put them in, ready to go. Haven't used these in a long time, thought I'd give them a try again. So basically what it is it's a specialized drill bit. I don't know if you're going to be able to see on here or not, but it's got different diameters as you're going down through. Like here's a step, it gets bigger, and then it gets bigger again, and then it stops cutting. And what that does is it corresponds with this right here, with this dowel. And as you can see, there's a step here down, come up here, there's a step down, and then it goes that way. So these are about, I don't know, 2 inches long maybe. I don't know what they are. There's at least 2 different sizes. I've got 2 different sizes. All right, so that's 1 5/8 inches. And then this is the 1X size, which is 2 3/4 inch lengths, capacity diameter 7/16 for joining wood up to 1 1/8 inch thick. That's what the packages look like. That's the 1X. And this one here is the Mini X that I'm using today. Comes with the drill bit and the dowels. I got this some time ago. I think I got this at one of my lumber dealers. You can still buy them. I just looked them up online. They're still available. But I think this would be a great use for this. It's definitely going to go in. And let's see if I can show you here. So basically that's going to sit flush. And since I got a lot to build, and I'll be building these jigs hopefully to last the rest of my life, so that I can make more as we need them, or other people need them. So basically, this is 1 5/8. That's going to go right in there like that. So as you can see, it's going to have a lot of penetration. And that's going to sit flush right there. I think this would be a great way because this is going to be glued and put in there, pegged. And I'm not going to have to worry about screws loosening up in the end joint, becoming sloppy and not sitting square. I want this somewhat square, or preferably square all the way around. That way there I can get a nice tight assembly on my frames. I did cut it about 1/16 of an inch thick, or short. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it in shipping tape. I'll put shipping tape on both sides, top and the bottom, and then I'll put it all the way around. That way there, when I'm gluing up, the glue is not going to stick to the shipping tape. Same thing that you would do for cauls. If you were making some cauls for gluing up, I don't know, cutting boards or tabletops. So it's very simple and easy to use. Doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be strong and secure. It doesn't have to look good because I'm not doing it for looks. I'm doing it for strength and support. Basically just going to drill this in. And that's it. I really love this system. I think it's Works great for a project like this. Grab a hammer real quick. Been a busy year, busy winter. A lot of projects going on. Oops. Sure we got I have to take a week or two and do a good cleanup on the shop. Basically all I'm going to do is some wood glue. Nice and flush. There's really no strength in gluing a butt joint on your wood. The end grain screws tend to pull out, although if you use a big enough screw, then it probably keep for good. But the nice thing about this is, if I ever need to tear this frame apart, it's all wood. I can just cut right through the joints. I ain't got to worry about it. You can see that sets right in there. That glue is set up good in about 30 minutes, but I can still go ahead and use this as we're going along here. I really got to get the shop cleaned up. I don't have any room at all to do anything anymore. Although I am gluing this, you really don't get any strength, but just put this in here. All I know is I gotta get these done. Bee season is just around the corner. And we'll just do our best to get that lined up there. Just gonna put the clamp on a little ways. And snug that puppy up. Then with having a little wet glue on there, it'll make And again, by cutting these about a 1/16 of an inch shorter in diameter, it's going to take up any slack from the wood not being perfect, because this is not the greatest of wood, but it's cheap wood. It's great for jigs. And all I'm going to do, there is a line on here. I don't know how well you can see that right there. That's where you stop drilling. This will be fun. There's a knot right there. I like to go just a little bit farther. And if you don't go deep enough, you can always just cut it off and sand off the extra dowel. Okay, just going to pause this and I'll bring. All right, we're back. That was quick and easy. Forgot how easy the Miller dowel system was. I really enjoy that. It's been a long time since I've used those. But it's in there. It's nice and square. It's solid. Good to go already. Whole thing was only a few minutes to build. So basically, I'm just using this as a sample piece here. So I gotta get my other boards on, my outside boards, and then these all be locked together. And I'll show you that. I'll do that next. Got what we need for the outside boards. Alrighty. That's basically what we got. Take that out first. It's just a glue mat I got from Rockler. Works really good. That's going to be just about good enough. I got about an extra 3/4 on each end. My tape measure is here. Oops. Yeah, it's going to be good. Okay. Alright, so I got to do my next board 18 inches. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a board here on this side and a board on that side. Then we're going to attach these springs. And they should just put enough tension on there to keep them tight. It might be a little bit small, them springs. Let's see what we got. Let me cut these down and we'll get that going. Alright, so we're going to wrap up this project here. And I'll show you how it goes. Basically what I'm doing is I'm taking my awl. I'm just poking a hole in each end of the wood here. Just to get the eye screw set. All I did, put my awl in there. Probably would help if I had the other package out and ready to go. Oops. Oh, there it is. And then all I'm going to do, go ahead and get that started. Take my screwdriver. The only thing you want to do is just make sure your hooks are facing the same way. So once I get this in there, I'll make sure it's just facing outward, just like the other end is. That's all we're doing. It goes really quick and easy. I think this is going to be quick, easy, very fast to be able to do this work. All right. That's basically what I'm talking about. The hook opens up that way on that end, and the hook opens up, so they're both facing the same way. Basically, all I'm going to do, get that. Set in there. Actually, I do want to do it that way. I think. Yep. All right. Well, it's not really going to matter. This is going to be different on both ends. So that's the way that's going to look, and then basically boom. And then they're all in there. I can go ahead and set these in, set the ends in, drop the bottoms in, glue the sides first, then put the bottoms in, then come back along and staple the ends all the way down through. I can do 10 at a time this way. Then when I'm ready, I can just pick them up, flip them over, put the top down, and I'm good to go. I can go ahead and do the top. I think this is going to work really great. I think I may end up doing is putting like a little piece in here just to hold them all flush on the one side. I think if I just do that on the one side, that'd be more than enough. I actually have to cut that down a little bit, but that way there I can keep everything tight. think that's maybe what I end up doing. Should be quick and easy doing it that way. I'll try it tomorrow and we'll see how things go. Other than that, that's it for this project. Stay tuned, because we got a ton of good projects coming up. We got 8 beehives we got to make, and 8 complete beehives. And like I say, around 300 plus frames to put together. And I'll bring you along on that journey. That's one of the projects we're going to be doing. And we're going to be building a smokehouse is another one. And we're going to be building a little shed to put my outdoor equipment in it so that I can get it out of the shop once and for all. And actually have a decent place to work. All right, that's it for now. Village Homestead is out.